Everyone, it's Samantha, and this recipe I'm going to make is a not so healthy recipe, but it's one of my absolute favorite guilty pleasures. My aunt made this one year at Christmas time, and I have been addicted to it ever since. This is a great one to serve at parties and when you have friends over, so I love it. And this is called crack dip. It's just a nice bean cheese dip, and it's usually made with ground up sausage. You just brown some sausage and then put it in with this recipe, but I always leave the sausage out because I don't particularly like sausage. So I'm going to show you the ingredients. It calls for cream of mushroom soup, some minced garlic. There's the cream of mushroom soup. The recipe calls for 2 cans. I just use 1 can. And then it has diced tomatoes in it. And sometimes I add 2 cans of these. I really like tomatoes. And it usually calls for Rotel tomatoes, which have the spicy peppers in them. And I like to do that sometimes. But I'm going to switch it up this time since I didn't have any Rotel tomatoes. Just use the regular diced ones. I've got some black beans in a can here. Sometimes I'll add chickpeas to this too. And for spices, I've got some paprika, cumin, and chili powder. I will put the exact measurements down below. There is actually a recipe that I don't really follow very well. I will leave the original recipe that has the sausage in it, and then I will leave the recipe I'm using in this video. The original recipe calls for sour cream and cream cheese, and usually I get away with just using one or the other. So I used cream cheese in this version. Sometimes I just use the sour cream, and like I said, I'll put the original version in the description below. So let's go ahead and get started mixing everything. So I'm opening my can of beans and I'm rinsing them off really good. I don't want all of the juice and stuff from the bean can. I just have a little strainer, put those in the pot. Then I'm going to add my tomatoes with the juice in those. And then I'm going to add my cream cheese. Next I'm going to add my minced garlic, and I just use a little spoonful of that, and it's minced garlic and olive oil. Next I'm going to add my can of cream soup, and I love this spatula. I actually will link to the spatula. It scrapes out the entire inside of the can, and I absolutely love it, so I will link to it. So if you want one of these, you can buy it. Link down below. And next, I'm going to add my cumin. I add a lot of cumin. Really taste the cumin in this recipe, which I really like. And next, I'm adding just a dash of the paprika. And then I'm going to add the chili powder. And since I didn't have the Rotel tomatoes with the peppers in them, I decided to add a couple of jalapeno slices. And it was pretty late at night, and I got really lazy. I just added the slices in. Ordinarily, I would dice these up really fine so you get the flavor throughout. Now I have it turned on medium to medium-low, and I'm just going to stir it all together until that cream cheese melts. And I know this dip doesn't look the most appetizing, but it is so good and it's addictive, and everybody who I've ever shared this recipe with has totally loved it, and it's always a hit when I have friends over or anything. It's definitely a good recipe, even though it doesn't look the greatest. So here is, after a while, most of it's melted and it's starting to get that creamy texture without all the cream cheese lumpies in it. So I had this with some Ruffle potato chips, and ordinarily we just have these with tortilla chips because I will eat the whole bag of potato chips if we have potato chips in the house. As you can see, I was really good. I portioned out my little serving of potato chips and my serving of dip. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and let me know if you try it out what you think. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel so you know when I update. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye.